can you please tell me something about what's the average independent show in Italy compared to one in Scotland?
Usually, like the average like crowd that we have in Italy is around like 300 to 500, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
And when you just Scotland is different, like you have like different promotions. So if I have to talk about ICW, so Insane Championship Wrestling, they usually have like the same crowd, but they having like shows mainly in like nightclubs, not like in
not an arena.
gyms. Nah, it's more like in Italy we have show more in gyms, like school gyms, and here is more like nightclubs or arena as well. So when you have a show like in arena, so the biggest show in Scotland like was in 2016. I was already here, and it was the Fear and Loathing event, and we had like 6,000 people, like or more, like 6,300 people. So it was huge. It was like a WWE show, basically, a little bit less people, but the feeling was the same. And the crowd is a bit different, like they know what they're watching. If you go to Italy, like you have not now, like now is a bit better than like 2010, 12, but like 2010 you had to go in the ring, just go perform in front of like a crowd that wasn't sure of what they were watching. So it was like you had to teach everything. So you had to teach that you have a villain and you have a bad guy and a good guy.
Yeah.
As Scotland is different because they know what wrestling is all about. So they know if they have to cheer for a guy or boo for another. So that's the main like difference from like England, like United Kingdom wrestling and Italian wrestling. I think it's like the main difference in terms of crowd and crowd reactions.
Thank you for listening. Remember to leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and spread the word. To make sure we keep our high standard content going, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/LMWpodcast by becoming a €5 backer or above. You can find the Last Minute Wrestling Podcast all over the platforms like Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and more. We're also very social, so drop us a line to say hello on Twitter at LMW Podcast and on Facebook at facebook.com/LMW Podcast. I have been Frank Mandolini. Stay safe.